Hey, proud of our players for a lot of reasons. Top of the list, I do believe Alabama is one of the best teams in the country. It's our second year at Ole Miss. We came here to build a program that can compete with teams like this. And tonight, we obviously did more than compete. How did we get it done? We're really concerned about their offensive rebounding. I think we held them to 4 offensive rebounds. One of those was late. We wanted to take care of the basketball, and we did. Low turnover game. We wanted to have balanced scoring. We got 5 guys in double figures. And if you're going to win a big boy game, this was a first place type game, then you got to have some special performances. So obviously Dia, basket opened up for him tonight, and he really rebounded the ball. So lots of good things from our angle. It's early. We're just trying to kind of win the next game on the schedule. But I think not recognizing what the kind of team we just beat tonight, we got a lot of players in there that really, really want to win. And they're starting to understand that there's a way to win. It's not just get yourself ready to play. It's what's the plan. And it's a team sport. And I thought tonight we controlled the tempo. We had no interest in playing a 118, 115 game with Alabama. And so we did some good things. We executed the plan that we felt we needed to do to win the game. But nothing but respect for Nate and this team. They were in the Final Four for a reason last year, and they're certainly, in my opinion, one of the best teams in college basketball. Maybe it's time to talk a little bit about Ole Miss. It's early. I don't say that in a self-promoting way. I've been here before, but I do think that my job is to take up for my team a little bit. So tonight 2 really good teams playing, and I think most of the national scene didn't give Ole Miss much of a chance. And our players believed that we could be successful in this game, and that's what we did.
Questions for Malik, you raise your hand. Start in front.
Malik, I haven't had a chance to look at the media guide yet. Was that the first time you ever had 19 rebounds in a game?
I think so, yeah. That's my first time.
And then just over those, every time the Bama was trying to come back late, obviously the start of the second half is something that's been a theme of this team over the past 4 games or so and all that. Just what were those conversations like just in between those timeouts, just knowing that you had a chance to knock off a top 5 team on the road for the first time in program history?
Just staying together. And on top of that, we're just playing defense pretty hard. Every time we had conversations, we were just trying to figure out what went wrong on the last possession or what we did good. So just sticking to the game plan. We worked really hard on the game plan these past 2 days, and we executed.
Malik, just have to talk about the team defense you guys played. You guys did a really good job around the rim, and Alabama had a hard time finishing.
We've been working on this defense since the summer. It's definitely not an easy defense. He coaches us really hard each and every day to get it right. Even the smallest mistakes, we'll always restart and do it over in practice. So just repping that out these past 2 days. We knew we had to limit their possessions. So rebounds were big for us. We tried to keep them off the offensive glass, which I think we probably did. But played really hard. That's the thing on top of all the things.
Any more questions for Malik?
Good job, big fella. Proud of you, man.
Thank you, guys.
Stay humble.
Questions for Coach Beard? Start in front.
I guess, Coach, it's kind of a self-explanatory question, but, like I told Malik, first top 5 win on the road in program history and all that. And I know you've had some big wins, between last season and this season. I don't know if anything tops this one. Just how monumental is this to what you're building this program before, even though it's so early?
In my mind, it's not. This was the 4th SEC game. We're trying to put ourselves in position to win every night, execute a game plan. This is the first time. I mean, when you get a job, you go in the arena, and when you don't see a Final Four banner, then you say, we're going to have to do some firsts around here. So that stuff really means nothing to me, not to disrespect the question, but we didn't come here to win a game in January. We came here to be one of those teams, that has a chance to win 6 games in March in 3 weekends. So long ways to go. But tonight was a good SEC road win, no doubt about it.
You just remark on the way Ole Miss defended the 3-point line tonight?
It was definitely a focal point. I think Nate's offense is very, very aggressive. In my opinion, it's a driving offense, and then the 3-point shot is a part of it. So, we were prepared to protect the basket at the expense of giving up some threes in the first half. One of their players got loose and hit a couple threes, but we just kind of stuck to the game plan. But as is the case with all really good teams, you enter the game with a game plan, and then you've got some adjustments in your back pocket. So our first concern tonight was the dribble drive, and our second concern was a three-point shot. I thought our guys did a good job balancing that between the game.
Coach, you just kind of touched on this with the defense, but you held Mark and LeBaron Philon to 2 of 16 shooting. Just what did you see in Alabama's guards play, and just your plan to defend those two?
Well, I think fortune always plays into basketball. If the ball goes in for them tonight, those are two talented players that make shots. So the first thing is you recognize this game has a lot of breaks. We got some good shots on our end as well. In the first half, we didn't finish well around the basket, but we loved the shots we were getting. So, but I do think you got to give our guys some credit. I can say this: we knew who those guys were. This isn't a game where we got to keep going over personnel. When we started this game plan a couple days ago, the players understand how talented these Alabama guards are. So we were focused. We didn't play perfect. Nobody does. But I do think our energy and our focus, that's a big word. We were focused on trying to just stick to the game plan. And then obviously they took some shots tonight that they normally make.
Let's go in the middle.
I know this is a basketball room, but I'd probably have a picture of Coach Saban up in here if I was you guys.
Hey, Coach, talk about how your guards kind of controlled the pace, because that's always a big thing. Alabama likes to push. They like to get a lot of shots up. But you guys, I thought, did a great job controlling the pace the whole game.
Yeah, so there's a way to win a game. There's a way to put yourself in a position to win a game. And, the good thing about tonight was the guys believed in the game plan. Early this season, it's like I'm fighting them a little bit. And I told them all week in preparation, I'm here to help you. I've got one of the best seats in the building, and I'll do everything I can to help you. But we all got to believe in the plan. If you don't believe in the plan, speak up now. But let's don't get out there and not execute the plan. So, obviously, this is a team that averages 92 points a game in SEC play. I think 91 points a game on the season. This is an explosive offense. So you start by just saying, hey, probably not going to be our way if this game's in the 90s or 100. So we got to control the tempo. You do that by taking care of the basketball, by shot selection, by building a wall on defense. And then more than anything, though, you do it by intelligent players that understand what we're trying to get done tonight. And so tonight, we turned down a lot of shots that our guys can make at a good percentage because we were absolutely committed to sticking to the game plan.
Go to the far back.
Hey, Chris, early on in the game, Grant Nelson gets a dunk. The second time he goes to the lane, he gets fouled hard, leaves the game. Just from a physicality standpoint, no easy layups. Is that something that your program kind of has trickled down since you've arrived on campus? And just from a physicality standpoint, how would you think you guys fared tonight?
Yeah, I just think that's SEC basketball. We didn't get many open layups around the basket either. So it was a physical game, as are all the games in the SEC. It's a physical league for sure. And I'm glad he was okay. He's a special player. A lot of respect for him. When the play happened, I asked Nate, "You think he's okay?" Nate was like, "Yeah, just good hard SEC foul." So, nothing special in this game plan in that regard, other than this is an SEC game. Victory's going to favor the team that gets the least amount of uncontested shots around the paint.
Last question.
Yeah, with 12 minutes left, the Alabama gets a technical. They have a chance to have a 4-point possession. Miss 2 free throws at the end. Padula comes back and hits a 3. How big are those moments where the crowd's kind of into it and you guys can just kind of answer it with something like that and suck the momentum out of the game?
Yeah, well, first of all, great crowd. I know a little bit about the history of Alabama basketball, and I was actually down here early. I tried for years to get in with Coach Saban just to spend 15 minutes, 20 minutes, and couldn't quite get it done. Our team at Texas Tech played for the national championship, and I started getting like free breakfast burritos in Lubbock, and then doors started opening up a little bit. And one door that opened up was I had a chance to come spend some time with Alabama football. It was really one of the best 3-day experiences I've had in coaching. Coach was great, but equally the staff was great. Spent time with your strength coach, who I know is doing great things right now for a purpose bigger than basketball. A lot of respect for him and his journey. The trainer in football, I think, is is the best at what he does. And so anyway, when I got down here, I think Nate was just coming in. I remember seeing Nate at an early football practice, and Nate was really confident what he was going to be able to build here. So seeing the crowd tonight and what Nate's done in the last couple of years here, it's real. So tonight, we knew this was going to be one of the toughest environments to play in. It was. But I think our guys did a pretty good job, controlling those moments. One key play in the game was crowd was about to just erupt. I got up and was going to try to help the guys. I don't like to stand much during the games, but Matt Morrell made a courageous senior-type play to get the ball to the basket, and that kind of calmed the storm a little bit. But no, great crowd. I thought they were into the game. Our guys did a pretty good job eliminating those runs that Alabama goes in, when the roof's about to go off the top. And we did just a good enough job to kind of keep them away from those explosive moments. I think they call it in football, explosive plays. And tonight we did a good job, basically controlling the environment that we were in.